Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realnesss with 3 S's. I'm your Chantele Francis here with the original 3, the original squad. We have Michelle here to talk about episode 6. What's going on, Michelle?
Not much. I mean, I still enjoyed the episode, but it wasn't maybe not my top so far. But yeah, it was an okay episode.
Okay episode. Sorry that we're a little bit late, guys. I had a birthday party that I need to step into. It's also the beginning of TIFF, so things are just going on. But I'm happy that we could have Fanta join us. Who knew? Fanta.
Hi.
Hi. How was the episode? Did you like it? What's your overall thoughts?
I might be in the minority, I guess, but I loved this episode. I feel like it gave me a lot of things that I want, and it's like also going to be a launch pad to the next few episods.
I agree with that. It definitely, like at the end, I was like, ooh, these new pairings, like this is like things are getting exciting. And yeah, I did feel that at the end.
No, I have to say though, I don't know how I feel about the fact that they can't repeat partners. I like it being just vets and new threats, and they have to figure out how to work that dynamic. If like the threat that's in danger has the majority alliance, like I like that it makes them have to work together or not work against each other, or work against each other. And we got the fulfillment of that in the deliberation where they both had different agendas because they were on different sides. So I wish that they would just allow them to pick someone that they've worked with before. But if there is somebody that they haven't worked with yet, like then they have to go with that person. I think that would be a stronger decision with format.
I agree with that completely. And I think it was very like anticlimactic because they made this whole thing about the vet new threat pairs, and then all of a sudden it's just kind of like an afterthought where it's like, okay, by the way, now you can just pick whoever you want.
Yeah.
Like, which is just weird format wise.
I mean, maybe that's why they called it vets and new threats instead of vets like versus, because they knew that they were gonna like muck up this like this pattern or whatever. But yeah. So I definitely I enjoyed the episode. I was engaged the whole time. I thought that the daily was a little long, which is a kind of like the usual irritation with it. I would have liked to see a little bit more fights happening. I would like to see a little bit more of the drama with like, you know, throwing in Olivia or Olivia not really liking Leo. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Maybe it's the build up is going to be coming further down the episodes, but yeah, they could just like do a little trim the fat there.
They need to trim those dailies, especially when they're puzzles.
I don't care. I mean, I love a puzzle. But like, yeah. I can't even be solving it while I'm watching, right? Like, if I could solve it and like be solving it with them, then yeah, maybe I can get into it. But like, staring at people going like this, it's like,
yeah,
okay, that's
not interesting
that's
at all.
Exciting. So how do we start? So I'm realizing that, well, at least this episode anyways, it seemed like one bus is full of the threats and one bus is full of the vets, which I think is interesting because we have our Leo, our threat savior, is there making his speech like he is, what's the guy from what's that movie with, what's his name? Oh my God, that was not oh my God, in Tartan, Scotland, like
Braveheart.
But you know, like the line that he says though was like, my father, like the name of my father, like I don't know, but I feel like he is taking that role of like championing for the people. He is, yeah. But do you think that he's doing a good job, or do you think that like?
No, I don't think that he's. I mean, I'm glad that he's doing it. I like when I saw that, I was like, production's done a good job because all like vets and vets are in a separate bus. And then I was like, I'm glad that Leo is like speaking out and doing something.
Yeah.
But I don't find his speeches to be very like rousing. Like a
if we lock in, we can dominate, Fanta.
Yeah.
I feel like
go ahead.
He keeps saying words. I'm like, but
yeah,
you're saying it with passion.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to say something passionately enough that Jake has some type of expression on his face. It looked like he was sleeping on the bus. Jake? No, he just like had a hoodie up or something, and he was like this on the bus. I was like,
oh my god, should we be on like Jake watch? Like, does he say a word? Does he make an expression? We do see him at the side. I think at one point it might have been for the vote, but I think that's the only time I ever noticed Jake this episode.
I mean, he has like a little bit more presence than Tay. I was truly have to remind myself every episode.
At the end of the episode, when someone was like, I'll go with Tay, I was like, wait, she's still there. She literally was not shown. Was she ever shown?
No, not a single confessional.
No.
She was like, you could see a whisper of her in the daily.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw her name on her helmet. Like, actually, though, that's the only thing I saw about Tay. Oh, dear. Yes, Danica, Leo does think he's the leader of the pack. And I also just kind of want him to sit down and shut up. But I also find it hilarious that he's, like, 23 years old and he's trying to, like, start a revolution. It's, like, it's lulz for sure. Lulz. But they want to be the new face, putting them into retirement homes. Just can't deal. Like, they need to also put a little of respect on the vets' names. Like, I get it. They are 20 years older than you. You guys are young, you're hot, you're fit, from love shows, whatever. They were from real people shows, most of them. Yeah. You know what I mean? They were from, like, when you just had to have a personality to get on a TV show to be part of the Real World or Road Rules. They weren't these, like, gorgeous people that spend all day long in the gym and, like, you know, run marathons and are gorgeous. You know, they're a different breed of people. Absolutely. But I kind of am a little bit annoyed that the new threats aren't putting any respect on some of the people that have literally, like, I know, like, Bananas is annoying, but all the other vets have really paved the way for them to even have a show to be on.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, I don't think any of them would be able to make this show last 25 years.
No.
Oh, no, definitely
Some
not.
of them can't even do, like, multiple seasons in a row. Like, we're forgetting. Every week we forget that Tay is there.
Like, what? Like, you're the new face? Like, the show's over.
How could
it's not on the air.
Be the next wave of this show?
Exactly. I just don't think that any of them have the full charisma and the well-roundedness to be able to carry the show into the future. I think that they can be adversaries, absolutely, but they need the vets in there. So to think that they can have a successful show without them, I don't know. I don't think that it's possible. And I know that Matthew's not here tonight. He is having technical difficulties. So I know that he would probably come in and say that, like, he loved 39. I didn't enjoy 39. And I know that the vets part of it was like, meh. I didn't like how they used the vets. But I do think that the season missed having the vets there, personally. I don't know.
100%.
I don't know.
I agree.
And it missed having a female and male winner because it's just so unfair. Like,
well, that I forgot who the winner was on that season because I blocked it out of my mind and memory.
Yeah.
So Izzy feels the need to protect Olivia. That's another thing I'd like to see a little bit more. Like, I get it. Olivia is a hot girl. Like, they're both, like, you know, she's dating Theo. Theo's from the UK. Izzy's from the UK. They're all from Love Island. They vibe. They get along. I get all that. But, like, I would like to see a little bit more about, like, why they have such a close relationship. So it's such a close friendship. Trim, like, 4 minutes off the daily each week and, like, show me why people are so obsessed with Olivia.
Yeah.
No?
Agreed.
I was laughing because I agree. It's just so, like, flimsy.
Yeah, like, why?
I mean, I get it. Like,
maybe I would too, but, like, I would like to see their interactions or them joking around or them, like, talking about stuff that's, like, for the real world. Like, I don't see their bonds building. So, like, why does she care that much, you know?
Yeah. She did seem pretty upset this episode. So yeah, I would say there's something to that. But who said something about, like, the closet gang today? And then it just, like, cut to, like, Derrick, Olivia, like, and someone else hanging out in the closet. So there's definitely factions that we're not really seeing.
I'd like to see more of it. I'd like to see how, like, I know that Derrick C was in the Ladies of Leisure, and so like he's built a friendship with Olivia. We do hear in the elimination that they go hiking and running every day, so they live near each other. Where are they living?
Yeah, I was kind of confused by that because I thought that she lived in Arizona.
Maybe he lives in Arizona.
Maybe he lives there too.
Where does Derrick live?
Or I think he just visits her a lot from what I see on social media. I could be wrong.
Maybe. But like they're that close? Like show me more then, like them being that close.
I always thought she was closer with Ryan, but I don't know.
Well, the last season that they're on together, they did get closer.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in Arizona. Okay, his hometown's Arizona.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay.
So that makes a lot more sense. I would hang out
Yeah.
with people that I got along with in Arizona if I lived in the same city as them.
Yeah.
So obviously Olivia's happy that Derrick is back in the house, but she's apprehensive about being the hangnail. I mean, I would be too. Why the hell did she volunteer herself like that? That was really a dumb move.
She was feeling bold.
Yeah.
In the moment.
She was like tipsy and like was just being
Yeah.
like braggadocious and kind of like the best kind of. Nani, Ashley, and Aviv think that Aneesa is sketchy. So the three of them are also aligned with Michaela, but they know that Aneesa is besties with Olivia, another Olivia bestie that we don't get to see. Cindy is partnered with Leo, and Sydney actually wants to put in a vet. So what do you guys think about Sydney's game? Like, I don't know if I love it or hate it, or like I like her cockiness, or I think that she's obnoxious. Like, how are you guys feeling about?
I find her funny, but yeah, I haven't seen like the strategy side really like come through in a way that was like whoa yet. At this point, she hasn't done too much, and even the choice this week, like I don't know, I think it's in the right direction, and I find her very entertaining as a character. I think it's very like. It's like she's doing like a West thing, kind of.
Yeah.
Like I'm just the greatest, obviously, even though she hasn't like done the things to be that yet. It's kind of like how Wes used to be, and then everyone would hate on him, and then So I don't know.
She is carving out like a role for herself. Like she's carving out for herself a reason to be called back again.
Yes, 100%. And it's like, which is so much to say, like against so many other people who are kind of floundering. To find like their footing in the game. I think she's very funny. I like her. I want to see her again. And I guess this episode I was kind of like, oh, she's just kind of, her strategy is just following like wherever the wind blows, because I thought she was working with she wanted to work with the vets.
I think she does, but I think that she also wants to have the upper hand in all situations. Yeah, because like she wants to put in a vet, which does make the most sense. Like get the vets out, but I think it's the vets that she's not working with, which is Aneesa, because she's kind of working with the other vets, I think, right?
And I love that all the other vets are like, it's like they can just see Aneesa's game so clearly now after this many seasons and so long. They're like, yeah, she's like clearly like in our room, so she can like be part of this strategy, and then she goes to her BFF Olivia. She gets the best of both worlds. We all see it. So that was kind of funny.
I loved that.
So transparent.
Yeah.
So we get to the daily called Ruins My Life. I think that TJ said ruins, and I'm like,
yeah,
it's runes, right? It was RUNES.
I thought he was saying it like a play on words.
Well, maybe he's trying to make it sound like ruins.
Ruins.
Like, anyways, it's Ruins My Life. It's similar, very similar. Basically it's a structure over water. They had to climb up a rope ladder, climb over something, gather puzzle pieces, bring them up and complete the puzzle, jump off, swim back to the platform. It's a very typical challenge daily. We've seen many like this before. But then we learn that CT is terrified to face his trauma of heights over water. And because he fell the last time and was taken off in the ambulance, he's now scared of heights over water. I'm kind of shocked actually by this. Like with everybody watching, they were shocked. I was like, what's going on? Like, I've seen him hurt himself fall so many times. Is it because he's overweight now and he knows that it's very likely that if he falls, it's going to hurt? Like, but I was just shocked that he was so traumatized. And then he couldn't shake it. You weren't? Okay.
I wasn't, because this episode has kind of had a theme, right? The theme of it has been vets not really like being in their glory days. And I think that part of that theme is as you get older, things start to become scarier. You know, if you were doing a heights over water challenge when you were 20 years old and you had been drinking all night the night before, that looks very different from now. You fast forward to you're one of the only people getting up early with the rest of the parents because you're in your 40s, and that type of thing just looks a lot different than it did 20 years ago.
Okay, but he's still CT, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He was like paralyzed in fear, and it was like, I thought it was still surprising that he lost his grit, his edge, like, yeah. But
yeah,
I can see your point.
I don't know. I feel like it was, just a crazy moment. I think if the next time he's in that type of a challenge, he would be more inclined to face it potentially. I mean, look at Darrell, always so scared, but the last time he had to do a heights one, he finally did get the courage. So I could see him getting back to it. I think it's also his fitness too. Like, as you said, feeling like more out of shape and feeling like it'll be worse. So yeah,
now,
but yeah.
You know what? To support CT a little bit here, kind of like piggybacking on what you're saying, Fanta, is that I have noticed that when people have children, they tend to not be as fearless as they are when they're childless, is because they have like, they don't want to do something stupid so that they're not in the lives of their children anymore. And so maybe that could be a little bit more where the fear has come out from, is that like, oh my God, I have somebody to live for, and like I don't want to do something stupid, and like not that he's gonna die, because there's no way he's gonna die on the show, but like that fear comes in because like you have something different to be living for, I guess. Maybe I'll put that into supportive. But do you agree with Steve? Yeah. Should they stop calling him?
Maybe for a regular season, maybe you can do All Stars, but I will say, like, I still think the fact that Leka finished the entire puzzle and found all the pieces, I just feel like in the past, in the older seasons when it was pairs, as long as the thing got finished, they were usually okay. And I know that specifically it had to be both of them, but I feel like they could have, because somebody didn't finish theirs, it could have been like, okay, if everybody finished it, then they're in the bottom. But since another team didn't finish all the pieces, they still should have been in the bottom, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah. I 1,000,000% agree. When I saw that Leka was able to be a beast and continue with the whole challenge, get all the puzzle pieces and not be last. And then we see it was Izzy, and who was Izzy with? Oh, Leroy. They did not get all the pieces and fell. I think they didn't time out. Like they didn't finish the puzzle. They didn't complete it. So regardless of whether or not Leroy got to a certain point or not, they didn't complete the challenge, both of them. So I feel as though having at least one person complete the challenge should have been enough. And if the rules were stated, like I'm sure they weren't stated in advance, that if you don't get up the ladder, then it doesn't matter, then you're automatically in the bottom. I think that maybe he would have given it another go, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because I think part of it was him knowing that if he got up there, he was going to have to jump off and like climb across. I think that was like fucking with him. So if he knew that he could just climb up and just stay there and climb back down, maybe it would have had that extra motivation. But anyway, yeah, unfortunate.
I don't know why the producers made that decision.
I didn't like that outcome, but I did predict it. I said it to my girlfriend. I was like, amazing. That's amazing that Leka did that. But I was like, if they let that pass and they let them like go through with that, it's going to set a bad precedent, because then when there's like future dailies, then one person will just do
Then
everything.
be clear in the beginning that being like both of you have to climb the ladder in order for it to be a valid run. Like, I don't know. They didn't make that clear from what they showed us. And if
I
that's
would agree with
like,
that.
It's kind of like even with the Brownie Banana situation, what we're hearing after is that they never said that there was a 45-minute limit. And if he had known that in advance, he may not have chosen to clear the board. He would have been like, okay, we'll just see what happens. Like, we're almost out of time here. So I never like when they throw the rules on top of on after they've already started the challenge. Like, I think that's bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Bullshit. So during this daily, basically, like Aviv and Cedric, they were making it looking easy. They were originally having the time to beat. Ashley and Will were together. Ashley, I guess the joke is Ashley is like kind of crazy and like hard to work with, and hopefully she'll be good at a puzzle, but she hasn't been proving herself that way so far, which is also hilarious. Izzy Leroy got tired. I'm kind of sick of the vets looking like they're on All Stars. Remember the first season of All Stars when everyone was like coming out of the water, like like they're making them look like that on the main show right now.
I don't care. That's relatable. That's how I would be. I'd be like, oh my god, it's so cold. I'd be so obsessed. But I will say, you know who killed it? America facing her fears.
I was
Look
happy
at that storyline. Points for her.
Points for her for sure. Like, she was scared and then she did it. And like, she felt so proud of herself. And like, I was like kind of tearing up because anybody facing their fears and then being successful and then having a partner that was like kind of championing for them. I'm like, yeah. So super rooting for America. And I'm actually really sad that her fans and like all like the spoiler accounts going at each other and targeting her and Corey. I just hate that they've ruined this experience for her because I think that she's so far having a very, very good rookie season. It's not too far out in front, but I do think it deserves a callback, you know?
100%.
I agree. Her confessionals, like her self-awareness, it's just, it's all there. So I don't know. Hopefully she changes her mind in a couple of years or something, but
seriously. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, everybody's like enjoying America a lot. I'm sad that whatever went down. Yes, exactly. Did Derrick K kill it? Was that her partner?
Yeah, that was her partner.
he was satisfactory today. Yeah, like when you compare to the rest of the season.
Yeah, he was okay.
It almost balances out.
Oh my god, like yikes. I said yikes. Izzy tried to jump. I'm like, oh my god, she jumped to the rope. I was like, bad idea. And then she had a terrible tumble into the water. Get a montage of other teams. We see Sydney and Leo being very smart about that rope ladder thing by pulling it to the side to make it easy to climb up and down. And I think Leo even kind of affixed it somehow so that you wouldn't have to try to grab it again. And Ashley, we gave them props, being like, I should have thought of that. I'm not thinking like a vet here. And facts, like, think better like a vet. Like, you find all these loopholes and they just haven't been doing it. So Justin and Dee also pulled the rope ladder over to make it easier for Dee. And then I said, shit, CT and Leka lose because CT couldn't get up. Wow. Boo.
Can I say, I would love for us to have an official petition for everybody to stop calling Aneesa the puzzle queen.
I've never called her the puzzle queen. Like, who started that?
Somebody said that again today. Was it Gabe?
Yeah,
it was Gabe. And I was
maybe she says this about herself to them.
God.
Right? Maybe she'd be like, listen, like, I'm
when
not
has she ever been? I guess she has been.
Okay, she's been better than average.
She's above average in the challenge community. In the challenge community, she's above average. She's not in the top quadrant, but she's above like Nani and like a lot of people who are average at puzzles. I would say she's a little bit above.
Yes, agreed.
Sometimes.
And so she's probably
Not
saying, like,
consistently.
listen, like, I'm not like the fastest, but like puzzles, I'm usually pretty good at. I'm a pretty good swimmer. And like, don't you even test me in an elimination. It's probably like what she's selling herself as, right? Like, she'll just be like, it's only endurance that I don't have, right? I got everything else, right? Anyways, yeah, let's start a petition. Change.org. We started that.
Yeah, so I'll start it tonight. Everybody just put your emails in the chat, please. Just kidding, don't do that.
Change.org, please. The fastest time was Sydney and Leo. I said, is the new threat the glue? Who said that? Oh, Leo is the new threat. That's the glue of the new threat. Got it. Yeah. I like Leo. I think that he's good looking, but I think he needs to like a girl in there to like kind of corral him a little bit, you know, like he's a little bit too unhinged, and like he could be unhinged, which is fine. Like it's entertaining, of course, but I think he needs somebody just to like, just help channel his commitment and motivation a little bit, you know,
just a speech editor.
Yeah.
She would just be like, shut up, like, right? That a girlfriend would be a speech editor and be like, you're talking too much. Shh, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. People are gonna come after you. Like, you know, speech editor, i.e. girlfriend. So after the challenge, we give a new threat meeting, basically, and the Leo's big plan is that they're not telling anyone who they're going to be voting in, and the decoy is Izzy's name. I'm like, okay, like this is not the craziest of plans. Like, it's kind of easy to figure out that they're going to want to put in a vet, right?
Yeah.
Or is this like such a
It should be obvious to them that it's going to be a vet, but I guess they don't know if it's which one.
Okay.
I was scared for Ashley though.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really have that many friends this season, for sure, other than the vets that she's kind of working with.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably has a boyfriend. That's probably why she's not like flirting with anybody, right?
She does have a
Does
boyfriend.
she?
Yeah, I think
she does. Yeah, because I remember.
Is it the same guy with
like,
don't spend my fucking credit cards?
Yeah, don't use my fucking credit card.
So in the kitchen, we see Cedric and Turbo and Yeremi just talking about CT and how they're embarrassed by like his performance, and he's a 5-time champ, whatever it is, and like they can't believe he must have thrown it. And then CT overhears them talking about him, and then he's getting hurt because Turbo and him are supposed to be friends, and Turbo is not, like, he just does not bend. Even if you're friends, and if he thinks that you are being a shitty partner to Leka, he's just going to let you have it, and he's not going to hold back. Two cancers fighting. They're just both so hurt. Two cancers.
It felt a little performative to me, like for the cameras. In my opinion, it felt like the way CT kept it going. I was like, yeah, like I don't think either of them are really like. I think Turbo just goes with it. I think Turbo got a little more heated, actually. I should say by the end, but CT, I was like, what's happening? Like,
I think CT was really hurt that Turbo was like coming after him this way, because he feels mortified that he is a liability and nobody wants to be his partner for real, and then he actually is the worst on a challenge, and his partner is going to be sent in because he couldn't get up a line. I think he was like really hurt, and this is why this fight was happening, and like he just wanted Turbo to say like it'll be okay, and Turbo's like, I'm not going to say that. And then everybody coming out to listen to them. Oh my God, so embarrassing.
Yeah. I see it. Okay. I see it from both angles. Like I do see it from Turbo's angle in terms of like Turbo in his mind probably thinks he's like, okay, like I'm coming from Turkey. Being on the challenge is like such an amazing opportunity. Like this is all the work that I put into it. And like CT comes in here in like shape like this. He's just like fucking around. And then CT, I mean, like, yes, this is the worst shape that he's been in, but like he was able to like crank it out in World of Worlds too. So I think that CT probably
that
thought
was also
like
7 years ago. Like how long ago was that?
That's true. 5. Yeah, 5.
More than
No,
'cause it was
more. You're
than-
right, because it would have been filmed before. But yeah, so I think that was probably just his mental. I just don't think that CT thought that this is going to be this difficult. Like from episodes ago,
Yeah.
he's like running up the hill and he's like, oh shit. And then like today, when he's like, I can't, like, he probably just didn't realize that like seeing heights over water would like kind of trigger him in that way. Like you could just see in his eyes, in his confessionals, that he was just like so ashamed that it's gotten to this point.
This season, I don't know if I read it or somebody said it, but apparently when he got to, I don't know, it was the airport or like to the actual house, whatever, they all thought that he was just an AD. They didn't know that he was like part of the cast. And so they're like, so he started the season with people not even thinking that he belonged there. So I think that it was just a really hot button.
Like, do you mean the new
threats? The new threats. Like basically they just thought like, oh, like this is our like the AD, like, can you get me lunch? Like like they were not treating him like somebody that was part of the cast.
Wow.
Like,
honestly, the whole thing just makes me sad. I think this is what kind of put like a damper on the episode for me, was just like, it just made me feel like sad for him that he's like, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't, it didn't leave a good feeling.
Do we think that Turbo and CT will make up? Asks Danica.
Yeah, I think they're already fine.
I think they're fine too.
Yeah. I don't think CT keeps any of the beef beyond anymore.
And then the naughty whisperer came in, snatched up Turbo, and like got him.
That was so funny. You see her running down the hallway. Like she knows. She's like got her little antenna on like all hours of the day.
Yeah, she definitely knows how to take care of Turbo. And now they're family, which I'm happy about. Yeah, she's just like, she agreed with Turbo. So I think she's like, CT did not come into the shape that's going to be helpful for any of us vets this season. But yeah, she was able to settle Turbo down and it worked. Phew. So we got some fight points there for CT and Turbo. Boom. We have the club zone. The most interesting part of the club zone was Leroy making a toast. Is that the first time he's made a toast?
Probably. That we've seen, maybe?
That we've seen, I think.
I don't know.
So what else is going on at this club zone, Fanta? Anything exciting?
Well, we've got like the two major things. Leka going to Turbo and like thanking him for having honor, and I guess funny to say like standing up for her, because it is interesting. You know that Leka was so pissed. You know, she was so pissed, and she could manage to say, hey, CT, you tried. That's all that mattered. But what she really wanted to do was scream at CT and be like, you should be going down in the stand, not me. So that was that communication to Turbo for like, thank you for saying what I couldn't or I wouldn't. So that was good. I mean, that would be tough, for a tough pill to swallow, but those are good politics to just like take it on the chin. And then we have.
Did you guys notice in like kind of like the beginning, like dance montage stuff?
Oh yeah.
That Nani and Will were kind of like standing beside each other, and is this the beginning of the canoodling happening between the two of them?
I think so.
It's
I
coming.
think it's gonna happen.
If it wasn't that night,
it's gonna happen.
It's definitely. I saw
it's eventually
proximity.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Good for Nani. We love a Nani hookup.
Of course, like let's get her back to her roots.
Yeah,
I gotta read her book. I'm gonna read her book and see if there's any more interesting tea that we don't know, and then see if she was gonna get back to her roots. Aneesa goes to work with Sydney. Do you think that it was working? Do you think Sydney likes Aneesa?
No.
I don't think anyone is like falling for that. It was so funny how she was like, well, I've done 28 eliminations, but who's counting?
She's just trying to throw that in there. Humble
like,
brag.
shut up.
It's
Yes,
also just
'cause
like,
even...
go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it seems like she always ends up having a number one who was like a newer person, you know, like she's an OG, but then it was like her and Tori, and now it's like her and Olivia. And I can't help but feel like these new, stronger people that come in, like she's a perfect ally for them because they want her in the end because they know they can beat her in a final. So like she's not a threat to them. You know what I mean? So
And she's duplicitous, so like she will like definitely go against her vet people to save one of them for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Cindy actually vibing with Aneesa. They're not the same breed.
And it was
I was gonna make fun of you for a second because I was like, don't you have the same birthday as Aneesa?
Me?
But
Me or Michelle?
Oh, Fanta. But then I looked it up and she guys don't. But
I
she
have
is
the same-
December 11th. Okay, so
Okay.
close.
I have the same birthday as Tommy Lee Jones and Prince Harry. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, but who from the challenge? Who are our challenge Virgos?
I don't think I share any birthdays with any of the challengers, regretfully.
Oh,
But I can look it up.
I will find. There will be one. Will be. My close proximity birthday is Nani. Her birthday is the day after mine.
Ooh.
Fun. Who do you got, Michelle? Well, I mean, you have like Wes is around yours. Obviously, he's a Sag.
Yeah.
Michaela is probably around yours. Sag.
She's a Sag?
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't we talk about that when you drafted her?
I forget. She gives fire for sure.
Let's see when her actual birthday is. Michaela. Wait, I don't know. I can't think of all the Virgos right now. I feel like there must be one that you're. Okay, she's December 1st.
Oh, okay.
Is Michaela. Okay, what else happened here? Izzy tells Olivia that she is the decoy. Why would Izzy do that? Like, I mean, I get it. If I had like a number one in the game, I probably would tell her everything. I get that kinda, but like, she knows that these new threats are gonna want her blood. She needs to still keep nice with them, or they'll turn on her. They'll be like, if you want to play with the vets, then we'll treat you like a vet and throw her in against Olivia or something like that. So I'm not sure why she's not playing.
But also, like, they didn't give her all the information. They wouldn't tell her who they were putting up. So it's like, yes, they were right not to trust her because she was going to spill it to Olivia. But also part of the reason she probably spilled it to Olivia is because she can tell she doesn't have the full trust of those people because there's stuff they're not sharing. And also Leo I wouldn't be able to deal with him either. Like, just the way, like, he's trying to lead things. Like, I would be like, no, I'll listen to somebody else because, like, I don't trust this situation. Like, what's happening here?
Sorry, lols. Dreadful Releases have the same birthday as Jax Taylor and the guy who played Lex Luthor on Smallville. So that's another Cancer. Because Jax is what? He's June 24th, I think, maybe. Or is that like Stassi?
Why do you have that memorized?
I know. I was like, how do you have that off the cuff?
I remember birthdays for like usually, or at least signs. Like I'll remember because like I like seeing the dynamics, and so like I picture like the elemental dynamics in certain things, and so if I've ever looked it up, I'll remember. July 11th. Okay, so but yes, still a Cancer. July 11th. My mom's the 9th. My dad's the 3rd. You know, it's Cancers. Oh, this is my mom's birthday, Willie. Just saying. Mary's a Virgo. When's your birthday? Is it the same as Fanta's? Whoop, whoop, whoop. So Sydney thinks Izzy is a defector, which she is. Be careful. If Sydney doesn't like you, she's gonna come for you, Izzy. Like, and Izzy is a scaredy cat. So I'd be like,
I didn't think that was, and I don't know. I wonder if there was like any conversation with Izzy and Olivia to be like, because she did tell her like you cannot say anything, but obviously Olivia didn't listen.
Well, Olivia should know. Like,
and she told her, don't say anything to Theo. You two are working together for the first time on this show. You were not friends before this. And you're saying, do not say what I'm about to tell you to your actual partner at home. Is he okay? Like when she said that, I actually was like, what is happening here? Because it's not gameplay. It's not gameplay, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
So sporting, the only people who are up are the parents, as you guys pointed out before, which I did think it was interesting that Janae, CT, who are the other parents that were up early?
Aviv.
It was
Leroy.
Leroy. And then we see Leo and Olivia talking. Olivia was playing a little bit mob bossy like vibes again, like trying to make him feel comfortable. You know, sit down with me. Like, you know, she's definitely playing mob boss. Leo still comes across as like a little child, though, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my gosh.
He's like the head of like the new threats. He still comes off as like a BB, a little BB.
A BB.
And so Olivia says, as long as you do not put Aneesa against me, like I'll do a favor. I'll owe you a solid. And I'm just like, don't ever really give them exactly tell them exactly who you don't want to have, because I'd be thinking like, how can I make that happen?
Like now they're going to give you exactly what you don't want because you told them. Like, and he responds to you by saying, he's like, well, that's an empty promise, like fully.
Which I did love that. Just to be like, no.
Well, and also though, Leka's going in no matter what. So like, she's not going to be going against Aneesa anyways, right?
Exactly.
So like it's kind of dumb for her. So like, was she trying to get Aneesa thrown in against?
No,
Leka
she was probably thinking that she had a higher chance to not get voted in if Ashley was there, but she knew against Aneesa, she was more likely to get the votes against her, is what I think.
Oh, you're right.
I think it was purely like, oh no, protection of myself.
Right. She did mention that, actually. You're right. But Leo wants to move the rats and the vets. So Izzy's in his bad books now. And I'm like, as much as he's a little bit wackadoodle, I'll say, he does have a lot of pull. And Izzy, being a defector, it would be easy for him to rally the troops to get her thrown out. So I'm like,
and that's also not a great position for her, because it's like, okay, yeah, Olivia's protecting her, but Olivia isn't really particularly with the vet women. Mm-hmm. And then you lose all of those numbers with like the new threats. So it's like you have Olivia and Theo basically that have your back.
Ooh, not great. So at the nomination, Leo is talking, and I fast forwarded a lot of this. Just like 30 seconds.
I literally was like,
but it was like 5 minutes long though. Like it was a long clip.
I started watching other things while it was on. Like put it to the corner and was like, no. This is
I didn't write down who everybody chose. The most interesting part of that was Leo and Izzy not agreeing. And
Leroy,
Leo, what? Did I say Leo?
Yeah. Leroy and Izzy.
Yeah. Put his foot down and did not like allow her to choose who she wanted. And I was like, excuse me, Leroy. That was the first time that he showed some cojones. I'm like, oh, did you get hot again? Like, yes. Let's see you put your foot down.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that so much. Because also like what was Izzy gonna do? Like she wasn't gonna fight him. Like I love how he was like, do you want to go in instead? I was wheezing. I was truly wheezing that entire time.
Plus, if they had made it a tie, would it have been like a coin flip again?
I don't know, because I think it's a different scenario this time around. I don't know.
But they'd have to agree to vote for the other side. But if the two of them can't agree together, then they would get thrown in. Like she would probably have to
then automatically be the vote. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he had the confidence and she didn't. So I think if he had tried that with Sydney, it wouldn't have worked.
No. I mean, I don't think he would have.
Yeah.
I don't think
but yes, he finally stood on business. Yeah, she would have gone in. Yeah, because she was the one to tie it up. Yep. That would have been good. Yes, people are down with Leroy holding his own for once. So proud of him. Yes. But it's going to be Aneesa and Gabe that are going to be nominated with the other two people. Yeah, I thought it was like a great friggin' like nomination ceremony because of Leroy. And I think I'm just gonna throw it out here now that I want Leroy as MVP for like that, just like standing on business here.
But he
I would
also
take
was
that.
at the bottom of the of the daily.
But not really on his for all him.
That's true.
Izzy was the one that fell first, kind
True.
of thing.
There's no one more than him for the guys. So.
Exactly.
That's
Like, Jake?
that's truly been, I
Like,
feel like
Jake?
our struggle. Like every week, we're just like, this person by default? Question
Yeah,
mark?
exactly.
Yeah, no, Leroy. I agree. Leroy deserves his flowers.
Mhm.
Stand up.
So it is going to be Olivia versus Leka tonight. That's who they end up voting in. This is a battle of the Titans. They're both strong women that have both been doing decently. Well, Olivia's been doing very well, except for last week, and Leka has been very consistent or doing very well this season, especially for her rookie season. So doing well for the Canadians up until this point. Izzy is crying after the nomination ceremony. She's just so upset with Leroy.
It's too much for her.
Too much for her. This game, she can't handle this game anymore. Olivia thinks Leo is stupid, and this is fun for me. That like, like she's kind of having to work with some of the rookies, the new threats, and like Leo's the head of the new threats, and she just can't stand him, which I think is very funny.
Yeah.
Yes. I like more friction.
Conflict. Mm-hmm.
Conflict.
So it's game day for Leka. Basically, for did they say what it was called? I didn't write it down. The elimination.
Oh,
The arena?
I can't remember.
I don't remember them saying. Actually, I might have fast forwarded it. Sorry. Basically, it's the most laps like won in 5 minutes, right? So they're going up this like ramp thing, jump down, hit a buzzer, and back over, and just going back and forth for as many times in those 5 minutes. It looked grueling. I did not think that Olivia had as much stamina as she does. I did not think that she was going to have enough in the tank. We did see CT off in the sidelines really being like, Leka, breathe. And she started off really, really, really strong. But Olivia went a little bit slower and she kept her pace and was able to outlast Leka because Leka gassed out kind of near the end. And if she just had paced herself a little bit better, I think she would have been able to at least tie it up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or be a little bit closer. But
I agree.
Olivia was a little bit better. It could be because she has a little bit more experience and maybe a little more trained in cardio recently. Or knowing that she needs, we all know that you
and
need
also
cardio,
hiking, right? Because it was uphill and it was climby. So even though at the beginning she wasn't as fast, she was like a half round behind Leka. It was like she knew that it was going to be okay, and she had that stamina.
Done a final, most of a final. She's done a couple of mini finals, so I think she knows that you need stamina for the challenge. And so her hiking with Derrick was also probably partial training for the challenge, and Leka just didn't have that knowledge yet.
I mean, I was like, I felt sad in a way because obviously Leka didn't deserve to be in the bottom, and I wanted more of Leka. However, for the sake of the show having more interest leading for the next few episodes, I think Olivia still being there is important because you need to have both sides.
Absolutely.
You know? So I
it's
fear
like the third side, right? Because
exactly.
But yeah, definitely need to have the adversary in
and like
Olivia.
Leka wasn't willing to like, you know, like stick her neck out strategically to really like make bold moves in that way. It seemed yet she was a little bit more like reserved and calm. You know, she wasn't as unhinged.
Well, at least imagine it was Olivia versus Izzy. It wouldn't have been that because Leka was the automatic.
It was Leka versus
Serena. But
I mean, Leka would have beat Aneesa.
Yeah, she would have.
Oh yeah, I really did want Aneesa to go in.
Yeah, that would have been great.
For obvious reasons, but I thought Leka for sure was going to just dust Olivia. But it just, and then that's with the edit as well, I kind of thought, because it was just like so much about like the vets being out of shape, like not being in their prime and everything. So I was like, oh no. But then at the end, when Olivia won, I was like, great. The vets, I mean, she's a new vet, but like, I was like, the vets still got it. This is where you do see that experience. And like Leroy and Lee.
She's still not even 30 yet, I don't think. So she's still like younger.
Yeah. Like I said, she's a new vet, but she has more. Like that's where you really do see. It's like, yeah, even if you've just played this game like 3, 4, 5 times or whatever, you're still gonna have a leg up versus somebody who's just gonna come in and not always, but I'm glad that Olivia won, even though my draft is destroyed, but.
I wanted Aneesa to go in, Aneesa to go home, but I definitely agree with both of you that for storyline plot purposes, moving forward for the season, if Olivia went home and Bananas went home, like 2 people that were driving storyline, I just don't think I could leave this season up to Leo. You know what I mean? So we needed her to come back. We needed her to come back. Was it a little bit of insult to injury though that we see a CT pro tip? When the pro tip would have been like, go to the gym before you come on the challenge so she wouldn't be in this position, right? Don't be with DP during a challenge on this season. That's the pro tip.
I literally said that in my head, Chantele. I was like, you have no business giving pro tips.
How dare you? Like, and for the producers to put that in after it's his fault that she's there and then he's coaching from the sidelines, like, get out of here. Get out of here. I thought it was like, she would have been pissed when she watched that episode back. Be like, fuck you. I would have been.
Oh, yeah.
So Olivia took the lead in the end and wins the arena. So she gets her points for winning here. Good job, Olivia. And TJ says, I really hope we see you in the future to Leka. So I do feel like she made enough of an impact for her to be asked back. If she wants to, I can see them having a place for her. So good job, Leka. Good job for Canadians. We don't have that many Canadians on the show. I think she did a good job. I wish that she was there for a little bit longer, but CT screwed that up for her. So there's that. So lastly, we have our new selection. So quickly, Sydney chooses Derrick, Leo chooses Nani, Adrienne chooses Leroy, Derrick C chooses America, Aviv chooses Gabe, Cedric chooses John A, Michaela, Justin, Yeremi, Tay, Turbo, Dee. I feel like they're gonna win. Like that's a pretty strong couple, I think. Yeah. Ashley, Theo, Will, Izzy, Jake, and Olivia. They might be okay too. And CT and Aneesa, they hug it out. I'm like, nobody wants you guys.
And it's going to be a girls' week, right? No, a guys' week. So
guys' week.
Guys' week. All right, so we have Leroy as the MVP. Do we have a female MVP this up? I guess Olivia has to take it, right?
Olivia.
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone.
The only other person I would say is Leka.
Or Sydney. No, I think Olivia.
No, I think Olivia.
I think Olivia.
Well, anything else about the episode, guys? Anything else to talk about?
I think the pairings for next week are interesting, so I'm curious to see how those people will work together. I love how Nani's just like, I don't work with Leo at all. We are not aligned. I'm like, okay.
And she like so literally almost rolls her eyes and stumps over like a teenager.
I love it.
Like she does not like.
Yes, it is like male, female, female. Oh, yeah, you're right. Actually, it might be
female again,
ladies again, but no hangnail this time, right? Because everybody has a pair.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be a women's again, lightly. Oh, and Will and Nani hook up next week, right? Yes, Olivia's MVP. Matthew is MVP. Matthew's not here. But no, Leroy and Olivia will be our MVPs for this week. Any final thoughts, ladies? Are you guys working on anything you want to share with the peoples?
No.
Okay. Well, it's been a blast, like short and sweet. Let's wrap it up in 55 minutes. Loves it, guys. Thanks everybody here in the chat. Sorry that we're going on a little bit later this week. I'm not sure about next week, but it might be the same kind of deal because
Are they doing a hiatus? So that someone said that.
I think it's happening at some point. There's 2 weeks. I can't remember why. We talked
Is
about
it next week? Anyway, we'll find out.
when it is. I don't remember. Yes, like and subscribe, guys. That's awesome. And this is for Fanta. Oh! Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next week if there's an episode. Ciao.